the Evansville riverfront. This is Roar on the River. Now, here's Eyewitness News Sports Director Randall Parmley.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to downtown Evansville. We're along the riverfront for live hydroplane racing this afternoon. I'm Randall Parmley. Thanks for joining us. The 2018 Hydro Fest is underway. 3 races left this afternoon, 3 championship races, and we are expecting 3 dandies, of course, for the second straight year. Evansville playing host to the American Powerboat Association's Eastern Division Championships. 14 championship races today, and again, we have the final 3, the 3 best ones, live this afternoon right here on Eyewitness News. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those 3 races that you will see live right here, dandies. In just about 4 minutes, the first race will be the Grand National Hydroplane Finals. These are 7 liters, and they are the largest supercharged inboard class. These boats hit speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. Our second race will be the SESA Final, and then our third race of the afternoon will be the Grand Prix Finals. Those boats reaching speeds up to 170 miles per hour. And let me tell you, that is an unbelievable speeds when you're out on the water. We have crews stationed all along the riverfront this afternoon. Let's check in with our first position of the day. Jessica Wimsett is down in the pits, and she'll be talking to some of the drivers immediately after they get out of their boats after the races. Let's check in with Jessica for the first time this afternoon. Hey, Jessica.
Yeah, hey, Randall. Well, we are down here, like you just said, in the pits right on the Ohio, and it's toasty down here, but things will be heating up even more in just a couple of minutes. The Grand National Hydroplane Race set to kick off in just a couple of minutes, and of course, like you just said, we will bring you complete coverage as soon as that race wraps up from the winner. Just like you said, Randall, we should expect a very good one. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Jessica. Of course, up here, street level, we have our roving reporter, Ashlyn Irons. She's going to be kind of giving us a little bit of a feel of the atmosphere this afternoon as fans are kind of making their way back and forth. We have food vendors, booth vendors, and lots of action up here on the main level as well. So let's check in with Ashlyn for the first time this afternoon.
That's right, Randall. Riverside Drive is packed with all kinds of food tents and fans getting ready for the final 3 races that are going to start in just a few minutes. Now, we couldn't have asked for a prettier day for the final races here at HydroFest, but it is quite the scorcher today. So many fans are keeping cool by getting under some tents and getting some lemonade slushies, all kinds of things like that. But I will be having the latest from fans as they watch the final 3 races throughout the day. Back to you, Randall.
Thanks so much, Ashlyn. Again, we are just about 2.5 minutes from the first boats hitting the water this afternoon. And again, our first race this afternoon will be the Grand National Hydroplane Finals. If you missed the intro of the show, these are the largest supercharged inbound class, and these boats hit speeds of 150 miles per hour. Let me give you a little bit of an idea of what you're going to be able to see right here on Eyewitness News this afternoon. In between the races, we have a lot of features that we've been working on all week long that we're going to have for you. Of course, we have 3 local guys in the races this year. We're going to be checking in with all 3 of those drivers throughout the afternoon. Some really cool stories. One of our drivers, if you'll remember, Dennis Wright, was in tornadoes, wiped out his shop last year, and he had to borrow a boat to be in the race and competing, and he's back at it again this year with his own boat, and we'll be checking in with him again later on this afternoon. Jared Behrman, he's a rookie, and he's from Evansville. He'll be competing as well, and that's a really neat story as well for Jared, because his very first boat he was owned by Gordon Oakley. Of course, Mr. Oakley passed away, and his wife, his widow, Tammy, sold the boat to Jared. Jared has it in the water this afternoon. Tammy Oakley is also here this afternoon, and we will be checking in with her later on this afternoon after that first race. I'm sure that that's going to be a very emotional afternoon, an emotional weekend for her as she's out here and she's still seeing her husband in the water. You'll hear our PA announcer in the background. That is John Toomey counting us down to those first boats being in the water. 45 seconds away now from that. And the neat thing about hydroplane racing, it's not a dead stop. It's not drop the flag and they're gone. These boats get out there and they get several practice laps in order to get their speed up and going and jockeying for positions. So once the flag drops and we've got live races, those boats are going at top speed. We're 20 seconds away from that first race. And I do want to mention we have some neat overhead aerials from a drone that is brought to you by Epic Aerial Imaging. We'll be seeing that video throughout the day. Let's go ahead and turn it over to our PI announcer, John Toomey, as we do have boats in the water now for our first race of the day, the Grand National Hydroplane Finals.
During that 5-minute warm-up, they'll take some time, scoot a couple laps, do a few timing runs, and they'll make their way around. Once the boats come by one more time, we'll introduce you to them. We started with 7 of them here this weekend. All right, boats going around, doing a few, getting the temperatures and all heated up inside these big block hydros. First boat coming by up here on the outside. That's going to be the 317, the Irishman, and Steve Kerr out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Here comes Cal Phipps out of Sterling Heights, Michigan, in the Dalton Industries GNH 41. John Jenkins in the 111. He's out of Kingston, Ohio. The 115 of Tom Hines out of Pelham, New Hampshire. And we've lost Mark Webber in the Blue Mule. The 83. He looks like he's far enough outside. He's getting close to those outside markers. Once the guys come by, the radio man will let them know that he's out there, out of the way. So Steve Kerr coming by. Everybody will know he's there. The 317, the Irishman. Steve Kerr, he's your national champion from a couple years ago, 2016. GNH 317 coming by. Cal Phipps, obviously, if you've been around Burris, you know the name Cal Phipps. He drives the U-27, the Wiggins hydroplane. In the Unlimited Series, it was the 1918 this year when they went out west. The old boy Oberto. Cal behind the wheel here in the Grand National Hydroplane Final. 155 from the start, 155 away for the start of our Grand National Hydroplane Final. Unfortunate Mark Webber in the Blue Mule down here in turn 2, far enough out of the way that everybody's seen him. They've all come by one time. They know he's there. So Stevie Kerr in the 317 coming through turn 2. Here comes Cal Phipps. I'll go get him. We got somebody out there. Cal Phipps in the Dalton Industries. You got Tommy Hines cutting the race course in the 115. No problem. You can do that as long as you move from the back to the front. That's a legal maneuver. He cuts the race course. And he wants lane 1. We'll see if he'll be able to hold on to it. Looks like John Jenkins is up there early, man. It can't be good on that motor going that slow. Here comes the 45 mark. 45-second haul, legal score up. Looks like John Jenkins is in 1. Cal Phipps is moving up there. Steve Kerr as well. and Tom Hines. All four of them lined up ready for the start here in the Grand National Hydroplane Final. So John Jenkins will have 1, Tom Hines will have 2, Cal Phipps will have 3, and Steve Kerr will be outside in lane 4 as we are 15 seconds away. Grand National Hydroplane Final here at the Evansville Hydro Fest. Oh, he went to the outside. That's going to hurt him. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, good start for Tom Hines, but Cal Phipps is going to pull him down the front stretch. Cal Phipps will lead him down here into turn number 1, out in lane number 3. They're side by side through the first turn here in the Evansville Hydro Fest. And Cal Phipps in the Dalton Industries is your leader by about 3 boat lengths. How about this ride for Tom Hines back in second? In the 115, the all-black boat's going to go down the backstretch in second position. John Jenkins in third and Steve Kerr in fourth. Cal Phipps down into turn number 2 through the apex of the turn. They're coming around at complete lap number 1. So it'll be 1 down and 3 to go here in the Grand National Hydro Final. Calvin Phipps looking to remain perfect on the weekend here in the GNH. Dalton Industries GNH 41 leads by about a rooster tail over top of Tom Hines back in second. John Jenkins in third. Fourth position, Steve Kerr in the Irishman. Your leaders through the apex of turn number 1 here on lap number 2. We go 4 times around here in the GNH final, and it's Cal Phipps down the back stretch by a full rooster tail. Tom Hines not giving up yet. He's got that inside and shorter way around. We'll see if he can use that to his advantage as he tries to make up grounds on the speedy Cal Phipps. Cal down into turn number 2, throws up a wall of white water through the apex of the turn. Cal Phipps in the 41 Dalton Industries hugs the buoy line. Now he's out in about lane 2 or 3, coming around a complete lap number 2. 2 down, 2 to go here in the GNH final. Tom Hines back in second. In the 115, the all-black boat out of New Hampshire, third position to the 111. Owner Andy Dinka's got to be very happy with the way his boats performed here this weekend, running third place right now in the Sunday final. Fourth place is the 317 of Steve Kerr in the Irishman. 2.5 in, 1.5 to go here in the GNH final. It's all Cal Phipps. Tom Hines lead him across the line, but Cal caught him when they turned left the first time, and now Cal's opened up by almost a rooster tail and a half here in the Grand National Hydro Final. So Cal Phipps off the apex of turn number 2, running really wide out there in about lane 4. He'll come around to complete lap 3. 3 down, 1 to go. White flag this time by for Cal Phipps in the Dalton Industries. Second place to the 317. Tommy Hines with a great run back here in second. Third place, John Jenkins in the 111. And fourth place, Steve Kerr in the Irishman. Everybody get a little bit spread out here in the Sunday final of the Grand National Hydros. So half a lap away for Cal Phipps. He's down past the blue buoy on the backstretch. He's got a full 2 rooster tail, almost 3 rooster tail advantage as he heads through the final turn on the final lap. Cal Phipps through the apex of turn at number 2 for the fourth and final time. He's going to come wide. Give him a shout, give him a wave. Your winner, Grand National Hydro Final, Calvin Phipps in the Dalton Industries. Second place, great run for Tom Hines.
And there you have it, our first winner of the day is Cal Phipps. He takes home the title in the Grand National Hydroplane Finals. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more live racing right after this time out. You're watching live coverage of 2018 Hydro Fest. Roar on the River.